Hey guys, it's Sarah, and today I'm going to be doing a video watching creepy videos while home alone. I'm actually really excited for this because I've never really done a video like this, but I honestly think this is up my alley because I like scary things. I'm really into these kinds of weird videos, so hopefully this will be fun. Yep, I'm just gonna find some creepy videos on YouTube now. So I just searched on YouTube videos that will scare you if you're home alone. I have a really bad feeling about this. I feel like I'm gonna regret this so much, but oh, I'm actually so scared now. This is such a bad idea. I'm gonna be home alone for another 4 hours. Is this a good idea? Should I film this? Oh my god, this is such a bad idea. I'm actually so scared now. Okay, I'm gonna do the first one. I'm just gonna do 10 scary true Home Alone stories by Mr. Nightmare.
I was sound asleep in my bed when I woke up and heard Siri on my phone talking. I turned it off, figuring it was just a glitch, and went back to sleep. An hour later, Siri woke me up again. I was a little freaked out now. Siri was responding to a strange sentence. What that found for us? And Siri's response was, the answer is Thursday, July 4th, 1776. It was freaky as hell, but...
Okay, this, I don't know. I feel like this might have been from sleep talking, because, people sleep talk. I've slept talk before. That's a thing. I don't know. Maybe Siri just, heard him talking. Actually, how old is this video? Because there's a thing on, the newer iPhones where if you say, hey Siri, it will respond to you, yeah, see, I just said it and now she's up right now, so maybe he just, sometimes I'll say something, one time I was filming a video and I said, hey guys, and it thought I said, hey Siri, so... Wait, nope, this is 2 years old. Okay, this one has to be. Okay, this is when hey Siri wasn't a thing, never mind.
Bill ended up dismissing it as a glitch. One more time, I woke up to Siri.
Siri keeps going off.
This time, the sentence that Siri was replying to was my full name. And her response was, here's the info for my name. At that point, I ran to my parents' room, locked the door, and slept in there. I still have doubts of whether it was really just a glitch.
How does that happen, though?
I was home alone, playing computer games at 2 in the morning, when a knock came at my window. Head shot around to face the window, but there wasn't anyone there.
That would be so creepy.
It was winter, so I had my windows shut, and my room was on the first floor. I guess you can call me the unconfrontational gamer type, so all I did was just shut my blinds to let the pranksters know that I wasn't interested. Enough time passed where I was able to forget about the knocking and get back into my game, until another steady set of knocks came at the window. I was so uneasy now. Why were they doing this?
That would freak me out so bad. I don't know if these are true or not, though.
There's a chance that they actually needed something. I lifted the blinds and pulled open my window just a crack. That was the biggest and most foolish mistake I'd ever made.
I've gotta say, I am so happy it's not nighttime right now. It's only 4:30, so it's not gonna get dark for another hour and a half. Thank God. If I was watching this in the dark, oh my god, that would be way worse.
I started screaming, throwing non-stop punches at the hooded man dressed in all black trying to enter my room. A lamp sitting on my desk and bashed him in the head with it. He fell back outside, giving me the chance to shut my window. I saw him run away off our property into the darkness. I have never had a more horrifying experience.
Okay, I let my dog in here now, so I feel a little less scared.
Stories from the point of view of a 16-year-old girl. I used to have a boy living next door to me that was obsessed. His name was Joey.
I like how the way he talks when he says he's talking about a 16-year-old girl kind of changes. He's more instead of the monotone, manly voice.
Every time I would go outside, Joey would come outside as well, as if he were watching me through his windows, waiting for me. He was 17 and very weird, and he didn't seem to have any friends, as he was always home. I tried to give every sign possible that I didn't like this guy, but he wouldn't get the message. So I had to finally just tell him one day that I don't like him and to leave me alone. The look on his face that day is something that won't leave me. It was the kind of angry look a toddler gives their parents when they can't have a toy. Coming from a 17-year-old, that's much more One night, my parents left me to watch the house. I was working on a school project when I felt my bed shift a little bit. I looked under my bed. I screamed as I saw Joey laying under my bed.
That's so creepy.
I ran away while he tried to crawl out from under my bed. I ran to his house and rang the bell at least 10 times, telling his parents about it when they opened the door. Joey never came out of my house, so I called the police. His parents begged me not to.
I'm actually kind of scared right now. Like, this is kind of creeping me out.
But I ignored them. The police found him still in my room and arrested him. Apparently, he admitted this wasn't the first time he had hid under my bed.
What?
They also found pictures of me scattered across his room.
That's so creepy. Oh, I'm so freaked out right now. Like, just imagine. Oh, just imagine, like, anyone being in your house and not knowing. Like, that's freaky as hell. I don't know why that just scares me so much. I don't want to be home alone anymore. I hate this so much. Oh my god.
The most disturbing one was of me sleeping, and it was taken from inside my room.
That is messed the frick up.
I live in the country, and more often than not, I was home alone. We don't have any neighbors close.
I keep, like, thinking I hear noises now, and it's freaking me out so bad.
So I would usually just sit in the yard and tan on sunny days. There was this one time that the sun was out strong, and I was tanning in our yard. I saw somebody standing in the woods, watching me.
That's really creepy.
I sat up in a position, ready to get up and run. Do you need something? I yelled. The guy walked out from the woods and over to me, telling me that he lives up the hill and was wondering if I could help him out with a broken water pump. I told him that I was about to head out and that I didn't have time. It was a lie, of course, but there was no way I was going with him. He walked off, back into the woods until passing a boulder, and I couldn't see him anymore. I was more creeped out than I'd ever been in my life. So with that, I folded my lounge chair up and went inside, being sure to lock all the doors and windows. You would think it ended there, but it didn't. About an hour later, I realized I forgot my sunglasses outside in the grass. So I went back out to get them. I made sure the guy wasn't anywhere in sight before going out there. It took me a little while to finally find my sunglasses, and as I feared, when I looked up, I saw the guy again.
That's so
This time,
creepy.
though, he wasn't in the woods. He was kind of hiding behind our shed so that only half of his body was visible. I yelled that I was calling the cops and ran back inside to do just that. The cops came and took down my description of the guy. Fortunately, I've never seen him since.
That's so creepy. Oh my god, I would literally, like, be crying hiding in a room. The thing that's creepy about the last one is, like, I tan outside of my house in the summer, and there's a forest outside of my house. So, like, I don't know, that would just be so creepy if one day I, like, looked out into the forest and there was just someone watching me, or just, like, I don't know. Oh, that's so creepy.
I was 7 years old, but I still remember all of it like it happened yesterday. I was sleeping over my grandma's house, like I always did when I was little. She never drove her whole life for some reason, so she would constantly be taking long walks everywhere. One day when I was sleeping over, she wanted to walk all the way to the library, which was like 10 blocks away. I didn't want to take that walk. I was a lazy kid, so she went off and told me not to answer the door to anyone. Sometime while I was alone, the phone rang. I, being a dumb and curious little boy, answered it. It was a man on the other end. I remember he said, "Who is this?" I said, "Danny." "Are your parents home, Danny?" I said, "No."
Oh my god, that's
So
so
you're home
stupid.
alone right now, Danny? I said, "Yes." "Where are you at right now, Danny? Do you know the address?" Somewhere in Queens," I told him. "Alright, Danny, bye-bye now." He hung up. I don't even remember thinking twice about it, but the story did.
Why would you, like, tell... I mean, like, clearly this dude's a little kid, but, like, why would someone even call you and then ask who it is, like, for that reason? Like, is that a thing? Like, why would someone just randomly call you and then end up doing something like this? I don't know.
There, unfortunately. I'd say almost an hour later, a knock came at the door. I remembered what my grandma said, so I remained on the couch. "I see you on the couch, Danny."
Oh no.
My little heart sank. I noticed him through the window. He was on the porch, staring at me. He was a very creepy-looking man, all gray, ugly, and a fat beer gut. I told him to go away.
Oh, that's
I got some candy in my truck. Come on out, Danny. I ran to the guest bedroom.
Just imagine being a little kid, being home alone and that happening. I don't even know what I would do.
I slept in and locked the door. Moments later, I heard the back door being fiddled with, followed by banging and thumping as he tried to break down the door. By some miracle, I heard the loud voice of my grandmother as she yelled at him to get the hell out of the yard and that she's calling the cops.
Yeah, Grandma!
I watched through the window as the guy took off in his ratty pickup truck as my grandma tried to get the plate number. Unfortunately, she didn't remember it, but she still reported him and his vehicle to the cops. My mom never trusted my grandma to watch me again after that, but I still know that if she had arrived even 10 minutes later, God only knows what would have happened to me. I recently moved out, and I already have a horror story to tell. The house I moved into isn't anything impressive. It's just a house that's appropriate for 1 or 2 people. But I'd say right away, I started hearing weird sounds coming from inside the walls. I first heard it in the kitchen, and then in the bathroom, but on night 3, I started hearing it in my bedroom.
I feel like I just assumed they were rats or something.
I was sure there was
Like, I wouldn't be freaked out by it.
some kind of animal living in my walls.
Yeah.
I just had to figure out how to get rid of it. The next morning, I didn't even have enough milk to fill the bowl of cereal. I couldn't believe I hadn't realized I needed more milk. In fact, I seemed to be eating up all of my food pretty fast.
Oh my
I woke
God,
up
is
in the middle
someone
of that
living in this
night
wall?
to the sound of breathing. Not my breathing. It sounded just like the breathing of a person. I flipped the lamp on and it stopped.
Oh my God. I'm just like...
I chalked it up as
I'm
mind
just...
playing tricks on after waking.
That was weird. I just like kept pausing this and it wouldn't pause. Like it would pause but then play again, then pause and then play again. That was weird. Okay, I'm like so on edge right now that like getting a text notification literally just like made my heart jump. Like that scared me and startled me.
The next day was really hot, so I turned down the AC for the first time. I checked every single vent, and some of them weren't blowing any air. One of them being the vent right next to my bed. I peered through the vent with a flashlight.
How do you get in someone's wall? Like, whose wall is thick enough or big enough or whatever? Like, how do you fit you? Like, you've got to be a scrawny ass bitch.
Behind the vent. It was just the inside of the wall. It seemed that whatever air duct was in there had been removed. Unfortunately, I didn't look into the air conditioning system while buying the house, so I didn't know about this. That night, I had to sleep in the heat with no AC, so I was up pretty late constantly rolling around and flipping the pillow over. Then I eventually started to hear the breathing again, but this time I was fully awake. I knew it was real this time. It was coming to my left. I looked to my left at the air vents. The sound was surely coming from in there. I grabbed the flashlight again and shined it in through the vent. I dropped it and screamed. There was someone's face peering through the cracks of the vents.
Just
The first thing I saw were their eyes, open wide and glowing. I screamed all the way down and out the house. I soon found out there was a crazy, dangerous homeless man living in my walls, and he had been eating my food ever since I moved in.
Speaking of homeless people, that reminds me, 2 days ago at work, I was like just standing, minding my own business, and this homeless lady came up to me and was like, I can't remember exactly what she said, but it was something along the lines of like, thank you for making your kingdom so fun. And then she just like pretended to punch me. Like she just went like, and then like, but like not like with that face, like she was just like, and like she looked like she was actually about to punch me, and it was just so weird. So I started walking away. I didn't say anything to her, I just walked away, and she started following me. So I just like made a sharp turn to go to like a more busy area, because I was like walking out towards this area outside of my store. I work at a grocery store that like isn't busy, and so I started walking to an area that was more busy just so she like wouldn't follow me to that area, and it was so creepy and so weird, and I don't even like wanna, like, I mean, I don't think she was gonna hurt me, but like, just thinking about what else could have happened if I started going out to a less populated area of the store, like that just, I feel like some freaky shit would have happened. But yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna react to. I honestly think I stayed kind of calm throughout the whole thing. I mean, I am a little on edge right now, I will admit, but I'm not as scared and freaked out as I thought I would be. Although I keep thinking about the tanning one. I don't know why that one just freaks me out, because like I can relate to that, I feel like. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I thought it was pretty interesting to film. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe and like this video and follow our social media, including our Snapchat. And yeah, bye!